Welcome to Vegas Circle with Paki and Chris, and today we're excited to sit down with celebrity hairstylists who styled countless celebrities, anywhere from Beyonce to Naomi Campbell, Tony Robbins, Paris Hilton, countless people. He's actually the CEO and founder of Claude BARUK Salon and Academy. So we got Mr. Claude BARUK. So welcome to the Circle.
Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man.
Thank you so much. Very happy to be here with you tonight.
Yeah, man. I said, the first time we had met, man, I thought I was running into Chris. You guys be family members.
It's a good style.
I said, I thought you were my brother Chris, man, when we met in person. So
before anybody says anything about my style, again, professional hairstylist has the exact same one.
There we go, man.
You're very good.
Yeah, there we go.
Very good. I like it.
Yeah. So, Claude, you had a very cool story, man. So you graduated from hairdressing school actually in France, from my understanding. That's where you're originally from. Yeah. How did you get into hairstyling?
So I don't really know, and I don't have any souvenir as far I can go when I was kids or whatever to have seen someone who impressed me and say, oh, I want to be like him, Yeah. And it went extremely natural, like I was done for that, and at the age of 15 years old, I stopped middle school,
You stopped middle school?
At the end of middle school.
Oh, wow.
In France, the system is a bit different when you have a job, like a manual job at 15 years old. When you're done with middle school, you can go directly to hairdressing school.
Oh, interesting.
So you follow the process, and you still have, of course, class for all the general.
Like general
things,
eds and things like that.
But you are focused on hair and on business. So, it's a 4 years school.
It's like a trade school almost, like a trade school where they kind of get you actually in a real world experience.
And at 19 years old, I was fully graduated, and I've been able to start a business. Yeah. And very quickly, I will start to open my own business. And
That's excellent, man.
It's kind of a great system. I feel like we need to implement some of that here.
It's something that I think different because since I'm in America, many times so of course I got a lot of connection with many hairstylists and some of my employees. They most part of them, they are very talented also, of course, but they start very late. They start after college or after high school, in the 20s. In France, we start at 15 years old. If you want to be a hairstylist, you can start right away.
It's nice to have a trade, what I mean, to actually learn a trade that young, you know what I mean? And like you were saying, just to piggyback on it, I mean, that's awesome to be able to be done at 19 and not have to start, like us, we're 22, 23, 24. Yeah. And sometimes they're not even finished with school in 4 years. Sometimes it's 5 or 6 years,
Yes,
so,
and with that, like how important was that experience for you? Because like you mentioned, you're basically essentially becoming a business owner with a skilled trade right out of essentially out of high school, where most people are accumulating debt and those type of things.
Yeah, you learn the life in the street. I want to say, this is exactly what's happened. You know what I mean? Because no choice, and you go to school, but you go to school full school for 2 years. So from 15 to 17, I was only at school. Okay. And at 17 years old, I had my first state graduation. So then I go to work in hair salons, and I go to school only 1 day a week.
Got it.
So then at 17
you're actually
years
doing
old,
it. You're getting your hours.
I start to make money. I start to understand things, to meet people, to it's different that to stay at school, and but even if school was good, but you know what I mean. And
you want to get business and start making money, which is what it's all about. So that's excellent to be able to turnkey it. So you were originally, was it Saint Tropez?
Yeah, Saint Tropez.
So what would make you want to move from beautiful Saint Tropez and move to Las Vegas?
Oh, it's a beautiful story. It's a great story, but long story. Back in mid-20s. Okay. So beginning 20s, I start Saint Tropez. Right away, I've been graduated, and I was in Saint Tropez. And I was splitting my years. So because Saint Tropez is a beautiful village, but only active for the summertime. After September, nothing's happening. There is no more tourists, and it's a little village with only 200 people living all years around. So it's nothing, it's really nothing. And so I follow the movement with everybody, and everybody who work in Saint-Tropez during the summer. We all go to Courchevel. Courchevel is a ski resort. Okay. You can compare that to
Colorado,
Aspen, whatever.
Yep.
And it's exactly the same connection, the same hotel, the same business, the same clientele, the same tourist who goes in the winter in Courchevel, they goes in Saint-Tropez on the summer.
Smart, yeah.
So I start to make business in the beginning of the 20s over there. I start to create my salon in 2003. I opened my first salons in Courchevel, and then Saint-Tropez right away. Was making business, building my clientele. And one day I got a phone call of one of my clients, and she say, "Claude, I am here, sit with one of my friends. He's from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's okay. Can I send him to your hair salons because his hair doesn't go? No, nothing's going great for him. You need to do his hair."
Yeah.
It's okay, where he is, so can you come on his boat? So of course I will come on his boat tonight. Yeah. I get there and I meet this guy and I say, "Hey, how are you? What's your name?" "My name is Claude, and you?" "My name is Steve Wynn."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's your first introduction?
And first introduction.
You says jackpot, basically.
I don't know. I will tell you something.
Yeah.
I have no clue who he was.
That's the best to be able to be.
That's the best way.
It's organic. It's very organic.
It's very organic. And I tell you, the first thing he asked me, say, "Do you know Vegas?" I say, "I've never been, but..." He said, "What do you know about Vegas?" I say, "I know I know MGM, Mirage, and Bellagio."
Yeah.
Oh, he built Bellagio, yeah.
And he said, "Why those three?" He said, "Because I love Ocean 11, the movie." You know?
That's funny, man.
And this is the only thing I knew about Vegas at the time. And that was back in 2008, I think, or 2007 when I first met him.
That's awesome.
And we start to build a connection. He loved how I did his hair, and every year he was coming back. So more so from June to end of August every year is when he was in the south of France. He called me, and I was doing his hair. That's and awesome. In 2012, I was. He proposed me. Say barely. He was. I was with my wife at that time, and we had 2 salons in Saint-Tropez. And she was managing one, and I was managing another one.
Got it.
She was doing nails. And Steve called me, said, "Claude, I'm leaving tomorrow back to Vegas. So can I go see your wife? I need my nails done." I said, "Yes, of course, no problem. Let's go. Let's go tonight. She's free, and she'll receive you at the salon." I was working and stuff, and my wife called me, and she said to me, "Claude, I am here with Steve. You have to come here immediately." Say, one second, I can't. I'm fully booked here, and if I leave the salons, the client's gonna burn me alive.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't, you know. Yep. And she said to me, "I think he has a proposition to make for you, and I think this is the proposition of your life."
Oh, wow.
And me immediately.
She's telling you this over the phone.
Yeah, over the phone. She said, one second, he take the phone. Say, "Claude, tonight I'm going to dinner at La Villa Romana. It was a restaurant at that time over there. Come to see me. I need to talk to you." Okay, I'm coming. And I get there. He said, "Claude, take your stuff. Come to see me in Vegas. We're going to talk about business. I have 2 hair salons at Wynn, one at Wynn and Encore. I don't like how that is run, and I'm willing to reinvest everything and reopen the Claude BARUK Salon, the first Claude BARUK Salon in the United States."
Oh, wow. You must have made a real impression.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, no problem. So Steve, okay, we keep in touch. It was end of last week of August, And 4 days later, I was doing one of my guests in my salons. And she was aware about because when Steve called me in my salon, I was doing her hair. She said, "Claude, did you call Steve? Did you take your flight ticket?" I said, "No, yet. I'm going to go next month." Whatever. She said, what you doing?
Yeah.
You got to do now.
What the fuck are you doing, man? It's now.
It's now.
You don't know what those kind of men, they want something is now.
Yeah. Waste no time. Yeah.
I said, okay. Yeah. Came back home. I say to my wife, "We got to go now." Yeah. She said, no, next month, it's okay. We have the salon, we still have guests. No. Say, it's okay. We did the summer, it's end of August, the money is done, nothing's going to change now. So we flipped the coin.
Flip the coin?
Flip the coin. Yeah, sorry for my French accent.
What?
Sometimes I'm still
Yeah.
not very good.
No, I understand you. Yeah.
So listen, this face, we go. The other face, we stay.
Shut up.
Okay, no problem.
Get out.
Flip, and I lost. I say, no matter what, I'm the man. We go.
Wow.
So,
Were you following your gut?
Yeah.
Okay,
Follow my
yeah,
gut. So
yeah.
I call. I text Steve right away. I say, Steve. I said to her, listen, we're gonna text Steve. We're gonna see what's up. I say, Steve, I know you have a very busy schedule. I can be free in September, October, or November to come to see you. What is the best date for you? I send the text. So I say, 1 second, 2 seconds later, the text come back as soon as possible.
Exactly what it
So
comes down to.
2 days, 3 days later, we was on the plane. It was on the plane,
man. Yeah.
It was on the plane. So we get there, and and we have 2 weeks. We was here for 2 weeks. I have been able to spy every salon in the city,
Smart.
all the competitors or the other hotels.
All your due diligence.
Yeah. And of course I spied the salon.
Because they don't know who you are.
Yeah. And nobody knows.
Yeah.
So I went to the Wynn, I went to Encore, I went to Bellagio, I went to MGM, I went to César's, I went every salons, and we test and we make blow dry, haircut, whatever. And it's okay, it's good. And the day before we left, so we was about to see it again and talk about business. And Steve gave me the proposal. I see the proposal. I say, okay, see you tonight. I came back to my room. I take little pills. I need to sleep.
Because your mind is
my mind was
ridiculous.
Blown away. My life changed on the moment.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I say, I come there, you know what, at least we have free vacation.
Sure.
And the worst case
and your
scenario
whole
is
life
free
changed.
vacation. I come back to my life. I'm happy in Saint-Tropez. I'm happy in Courchevel. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
But when I see this, I understand I cannot say no. I understood that that's it. I have to take the family, say bye-bye to everybody in France. And
That's a fantastic story.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's a hell of a story.
I sold. It took me 6 months. It was that was mid of September.
Okay.
Mid of September 2012. And I was here, moved here definitely March 2013. So in 5 days, going to be 9 years anniversary.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And you think with obviously, you've been doing it for a long time and you're experienced up until that point, but you also, to make that kind of impression and put yourself in that situation, what were you doing differently than everybody else that allowed you to attract that clientele? What was so impressive, for somebody who doesn't know, to make somebody want to move you from a whole different country to Vegas? Like, what were you doing differently than everybody else?
I think what makes Steve, there is 2 things why Steve wants me to be here with him. The experience.
Because you've done it.
Yeah. The experience that he had in my salon in Saint-Tropez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it.
Because, and I think this is a common point that we have together. We know that always what Steve does in any hotel he had in town, it was all about experience, And when I create the salons, it's all about experience. And you have to know that when I was in France, when I start at 15 years old, and when I start to have my first business at 22 years old, when I open, I have no money. I have no parents behind me.
So no capital. You did it on your own.
My only capital was me, my smile, and my hands. That was my only capital.
Yeah.
Okay. And I start in the 2 most expensive city in France. Courchevel, Saint-Tropez is even more expensive than Paris. Is ridiculously expensive. And I had to open salons there. And I did, So, but those salons was small. And it was not high. The design could not be high-end, like high-ends like he had at Wynn.
Okay.
So I have to find a way to hide the design by an experience first, and then the quality of the work. Got it. Like these people came And this is when I realized that people never go to business for the design or whatever, or for the red carpet, diamond, whatever.
Yeah.
They come for a personality and for an experience.
For sure.
And so I think, and Steve, who was sitting in my salons every year, having so much good time.
Yeah.
And seriously, the design of my salons, the look of my salons was a million years apart, far from what he does at Wynn.
Got it.
Even any restroom at Wynn was more beautiful than my salon.
It's unbelievable.
So,
5
you know what I
stars.
mean?
Yeah.
But in my salon, everybody was coming.
Yeah, because the experience.
Because the experience, because the personality, and because the way how I was driving and managed my team. My team was an expansion of myself after a while. And this is what I always, and I think all of that make him understand that he wanted to have my expertise. And on top of it, Courchevel and Saint-Tropez is very high-end. It's 5 stars everywhere.
So it makes sense with
So
Wynn.
it makes sense with Wynn because I have been able to have my experience. The only thing that I never had in Saint-Tropez is the design. And I could even, when I start to get the capital a couple of years after to redesign everything, such what I did at Courchevel, my salon was much more designed, much more nicer. In Saint-Tropez, I was not, I had the space, but I was not owning the space. And the owner of the space never let me design it like I want. So I was stuck, no matter what. Even after when I got a bit more capital to try to do something, I cannot. You know what I mean?
So
but
you get a blank canvas here.
Yeah.
And you do it the way you want to do it.
Carte blanche, fully carte blanche.
So
I get
that's
here.
Unreal. Yeah.
Well, I get here in March 2013. And I say to Steve, I need 2 months audit. I'm going to make you an audit. 2 months. Let me, after 2 months, let me a couple of days to make a presentation. And from there we see. It could go, I could be a dump, and Steve can say, c'est bon.
Yeah.
Go back to France.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out.
For sure.
You know,
especially because you're in Encore and Wynn at the time.
So
2 different high-end.
And I was not speaking English at the time. So I had to work, a couple words, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So, you know, and so I had to, so for the first 2 months I get there and I don't manage nothing. I let all the team in place. I didn't change nothing. I was just coming, say hello every morning, bye-bye every night. And I was just observing, looking at all the numbers, see everything, have one-on-one with every employee and everything. And in June, I make a listing, I make a proposal to Steve, a full presentation.
Sure.
After 10, 15 minutes, he take a big cigar. He called Roger Thomas, the designer of the Wynn and Encore. He said, I want to see you tomorrow 9 in my office. That's it. We change the salon. We start.
It's done.
So it's done.
I can't even imagine the feeling of that.
Yeah,
like
it was. He had an envelope about $1 million for renovate the salons. He gave me until 5. We didn't use 5 because it was way too much to have 5.
Yeah.
But it was kind of carte blanche unlimited.
Yeah.
Wow. You know.
Yeah, because like $1 million, I could do anything, infinite possibilities with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, especially when you're at Wynn, one of the nicest hotels here.
You know, when you have someone who say you have carte blanche and we can go, the envelope goes from 1. Already 1 is something crazy.
Yeah.
But you can go until 5.
5?
You can go to 5. Me, my salons in Courchevel and Saint-Tropez, I did with my dad.
Oh, okay.
We did everything by ourselves. You know,
building it,
goes to a Home Depot and put everything in the truck, and because I didn't have money to pay someone to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that was.
It must have been a crazy experience.
It was just a hell of experience, amazing experience. So
what did you like? What did you learn from that? Like when you're dealing with, you're in Saint-Tropez and you're in this high end area, like. Because now I know you've built another salon.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that experience of doing it? Because it's got to be so demanding and just people pulling from you 20 different directions, you know.
In the beginning, you know, I came here to teach people.
Okay. Because of your academy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Such I did. Training people and give them, expertise even to Steve, to the salons, to the layout of the salon, to the design, to the employee, to the market. But I have learned much more too in return. To work for company and with company and close to people like that, not just Steve Wynn, but everybody was around and all the company, extremely stressful.
Yeah,
extremely. It's not easy.
Because you always have to be on.
I learned about life. I learned about how life could be sometimes tough, unfair, successful, fail, whatever. I love, it's a
roller coaster.
Roller coaster, you know what I mean? I love that, and but this is what I learned. Learn deal with. In America, you have something that we don't have in France. Is the business big, massive.
Yeah.
That's something that's amazing. That's me. For me, it was I only saw that in my life in the movies.
When you're watching Ocean's 11 and all the stuff that you actually builded it, here.
You know what I mean? And when you get here, and it's always been a dream for me to come because, in France, we had a couple French people who came in America and had some success, And I had one of this guy, you probably know, Christian Digier, and he born in the same city than me. We born next to Saint-Tropez in Avignon,
Okay.
And he had a huge success, and we had so much TV show on him in France, and I say, why him, not me?
Yeah.
You start putting this in the universe, it comes back to you.
Yeah, why him, not me? You know what I mean? And I have been able to have my TV show in France about the Wynn, you know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
So that was awesome, But what I learned is to deal with massive business here. Yeah. And in America, things that we don't have in France.
Do you still have your businesses there?
No.
So you sold everything?
No, I'm fully committed to Vegas.
Okay.
I'm fully committed to United States right now. I'm here. I'm super happy. And
How did you get, because having a story like that, I mean, it's very cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you build this brand, right, because obviously you've built an amazing brand.
Thank you.
You start getting Tony Robbins and you're getting Beyonce's and John Travolta's of the world, and they're asking for you to do your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because you built the brand, or they just know you, or this word gets around? Like, how did you get them?
Alors, those people get to the salon because we had the brand, because we market the brand. And the marketing, when I was at Wynn, when we started the project at Wynn, the marketing was a big
budget.
Big budget.
Okay.
Because we have to make the clients feel secure to come, and we need to give them a guarantee of good results, but also discretion with all those VIP, and so the whole team is not only about just cutting good the hair. It's also about how we approached the clients, how we take care of them.
Yeah.
And they have to feel comfortable and secure, and that's all this credibility and all the marketing push them to say, okay, let's see what's up here.
Yeah.
Why not? You know what I mean? And after when they get into the salon, we know the job and we try to make it as much great as we can.
And is that something you had experience with before that, or did you have to learn it as you kind of went? Is like, this is how we need to handle these specific clients, or was it just something you just knew, or how do you kind of go through that process?
Right away, when I started in Saint-Tropez in the beginning of the 20s, I right away start to have VIP people and people from
especially in a high-end area like that.
Area, and even in Courchevel, but not just only showbiz, but also people from like Steve Wynn, from big high businessman. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And usually I never ask to my clients what they have. Sometimes I knew who they are after a year or two I was doing their hair.
Sure.
Sometimes I'm here and I doing the hair, and at the end, he's the owner of this brand. Worldwide brand, but I never knew he was the owner.
So that's not the conversation you're having?
Yeah.
Were you trying to pick like a Tony Robbins? Like if I had Tony Robbins in my chair for 2 hours, I'm going to pick his brain in a delicate way, or do you not do that?
No. Yeah. I let him, you have to.
You want him to feel comfortable.
You have to know when the guest is with you on the chair, I always let them take the
lead.
lead.
Got it.
If I see they are on working mode and I see they're on the phone and they're talking like that, I'm not going to interfere in the middle and say, hey, I saw you on the TV last time. It was good. You know, no, it's not not good, you know. Yeah. But sometimes they're relaxed and they start to ask me the questions. They ask to ask me about you. My story. Say, like Tony, I spoke with Steve. He told me about the story. This is great. Talk, and we start to talk, and we create a great relationship. And it's, by the way, it's very an amazing man.
I can't even imagine. I love Tony. I've never met him before, but I've listened to a lot of his stuff, and he's awesome.
Yeah, and he's in life, he's very like that, and very. I know that every time I need anything or if I want to go to one of his convention, whatever, he's always
accountable.
Always, always here, always.
Sounds like a lot of pressure. You know, you see almost like you have because what you're doing is seen by so many people in that environment. Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel that pressure? Like, because for me, if I'm under that situation, you have to have a really high self-confidence to be able to be in that environment. Even with starting a business where you're not really in that environment before, a big business, or handling the celebrity clients, you must be extremely self-confident in your abilities.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that's true. You have to be self-confident for sure. I know that in terms of whatever they ask for me, in terms of color, hair extensions, cut, whatever, I know what I have to do. So that's I feel confident for that.
That's your expertise. Yeah.
My expertise. I feel confident for that. I don't say that I'm the best hair in the world. I don't have this pretension. I'm sure there is many other hairstylists better or whatever. But I know what I have to do. And usually I can give satisfaction to my guests. This is what I really try, to understand them, listening them and understand and provide, because at the end I'm here to provide the services for them. They want curl, they want a straight, they want a blonde, they want a red, they want short, long, whatever. I'm able to do that. But when you have with this clientele in this environment, it's a lot of pressure. That's for sure. But I love that. I love this adrenaline.
That's what it is.
I love this adrenaline, I love this adrenaline, and yes, so.
It's almost like you're a competitive artist.
Yeah. You're like, it's like sports, but in hairdressing, because you're very competitive.
It's exactly like, even from as soon as I start my career, I always handle my career like an athlete handle his career. Same. And I train and I train and I train. During the years when I was at school, on top of people was doing what we learn at school. Me, I was doing hairstyling competition.
Okay, so you have to
that's
perform.
mean every night I was going out of the school, and I go to another hairstylist, a teacher, but he was a trainer for competition, and the competition is exactly like ice skating. We have two stage, one technical.
Okay.
We are only judged on technical skills about what we have asked to style. And the other one is pure artistic.
Got it. So it's free for all, freelance, kind of do your own style.
So and all of that is competition. So you have competition locally, then regional, then national, and then international.
Wow.
And I have won everything locally. I have won everything in terms of regional. Yeah. And I have been in the French team, because I was always in the top 5, top 3 in French national. And 1999, I did the world championship. I did the world's competition in Montreal with the French team. So that was before I start to be in really in my life, in Saint-Tropez with my son. So I was on top of it. I was doing a lot of competition every weekend, competition, every night, training, doing blow dry, go back to the shampoo, do it again. We have a time, I have 15 minutes to do it. Okay, I was doing, 15 minutes, not done yet. It doesn't need you to finish it. Go back again. Yeah. You have to finish it in 15 minutes. And I was doing. I loved it.
Yeah,
you figured it out, because it's like when I was doing my research on you. So you did a lot of the international fashion weeks in Geneva and London and St. Martin, all these different places, and it's amazing. Like all the business people we've had on, you've basically did that 10,000 hours way back in the day. You remember you heard that saying before, as you get your expertise and stuff. Yeah. But you did the 10,000 hours way back then, and then maybe a little bit of luck, whatever the situation is. You meet Steve Wynn, and then opens everything up. Yeah. So it's just it's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Amazing story. And then you just recently opened up the Signature Salon?
Yeah.
At the fashion show.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long has that actually been in business now?
So this one I opened in October 2020.
Oh, okay. So right during the
that was
pandemic.
During the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah. Right in the middle of the pandemic. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
How's that been? That sounds like a
challenging.
challenge.
Yeah, I can't even
You know,
imagine.
I was confident, I was happy, and I started in October, and I guaranteed you in November, I was starting to be concerned. You know, I mean, it was a good challenge though, but I was like, okay, it's gonna be tough, and finally it went super good. I'm very happy. 2021 was a great year, based on everything happened. You know, and based on the restriction we had in the beginning of 2021, and it was never been so easy, but I'm very happy. Finally, it's a successful adventure so far.
Well, being a fashion show, you get so many tourists and everything coming in. It would make so much sense. I can't even imagine the foot traffic and the data there.
Yeah, the
That'd be a
foot
great
traffic
place.
and the local people too, because I'm very attached to. I care a lot about to get local as well.
Sure.
And we do a lot of for locals, and locals are extremely welcome, you know. And
do you take, that was one question I have for you. Do you take new clients? I figured you probably couldn't be able to do it with your calendar.
I love, you know, and I really love to take clients when they request me and make them happy. I love to make people happy, you know. And I always think that business, it's a question about spiritual game. You know, and make happy your guest, and they give you back 1,000 times, you know. And this is always what I did. Try to, as I said, to all my hairstylists, you know, when we do a training or in my academy or whatever, when I do the class online, I say, listen, there is millions hairstylists everywhere, every corner of the street. At the end of the day, we all selling the same.
That's what Chris was saying. It's like, how do you get that?
You have some people, they're gonna love that less, whatever, more or less, but we are doing the same thing. We are doing the same, but at the end, we need to find, we need to add value to hook salons. That goes by the personality of each of my employee and myself. That goes with the experience. So at the end, I said, when I have a new, or when I teach and when I train an employee, I say, in the beginning, I don't care about your skill. I care about your heart, your spirituality, your brain. This is what I care. Because if you have that, with my technique, with the way how I'm going to teach you, like this, you're going to become.
So people don't understand like the energy of when you come into a place, especially a salon, you know what I mean, or a barbershop or whatever it is. The energy is everything for you in your walking billboard. You know what I mean? And I saw a video recently. It was somebody doing that. They're doing an interact. It was like a comedian who was doing an interactment of sitting in the chair on his phone, you know, doing the whole setup, acting, and the customers coming in, acting like he didn't want to help them. And you got to realize that obviously that's why you've been successful is, you know, you've been able to give them the customer service and give them the experience and all of that, which is great.
It's spiritual. It's about love. You know, give to your guests. You know, I knew so many talented hairstylists, maybe even more talented than me. I don't have, as I say, I don't have the pretension to be the best in the world. But they didn't have any. They didn't have 1% of my success to somebody else because personally they was not giving love to the guest.
I can't imagine an industry more important than that because you really have one chance. If you mess it up, they're gone. You're never going to be able to do that.
And they talk about you, this dude,
if you do a good job, they'll come back for life.
100%.
But I will tell you, if the guests love your personality, and if something, if you do something, if she asks you long hair and you go very short, she's never going to come back.
Of course, yes.
But if it's not 100% perfect like she wants or something, whatever, the clients who love you, she always believe in you. She's always come back to you. She never blame you for whatever. And we always fix it. And she's always happy at the end.
And people in Vegas, they come all the time too. So you can have repeat customers too. Every time they're in town. I mean,
we have a lot of tourist repeat customers.
For sure.
You know, they all come in. We have a chance to have so many great hotels here. And they have so many great experience. And, you know, I'm always inspired about hotels and services and chef as well. I'm always inspired about those high-end chef restaurants, how everything is perfectly done, and I try to do exactly the same. Be inspired about this quality of the detail, to put that into my salons every time, and this is what helped me to create an experience.
How come they don't grade salons like they grade restaurants?
That is what
you got me everything like the double eagle and 5 star.
Why don't they do that? I don't know. Like, how you have your high end, restaurants and things like that. Why don't they grade?
I don't know. I would
probably because they were pissed.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
I will, because me, I love competition. I love challenge. And I got a couple awards that I'm very proud of. And it was a great competition, and I love competition. And but when I was,
that's how that's what he said. He's great because he wins the competition.
Sometimes I'm not winning. But I love to.
That's how you grade.
Give my best.
You prepare. You prepare.
And if I'm not winning, I'm trying to do what I missed to what I missed, and I try to fix it, and next time come back and win. But while I was at Encore and at Wynn, when my salon was there, we had Forbes Travel Guide.
Of course, Forbes.
So, and we always been 5 stars all the way through the 6 years I was there. Every month we was shopped by Forbes to see if he was maintaining the standard high ends, and we never miss 5 stars.
Something to be very proud of. I would like. You gave so much knowledge, as far as what you learned just from your experience. People are able to piggyback off of that and learn from that. What's like just one quick nugget you could leave for our listeners? Maybe they want to get it. Maybe they want to become a stylist, or maybe they want to start their own, salon or barbershop. What would you tell them? People that are nervous to do that.
I will tell you something that Tony Robbins tell me, and people sometimes they overestimate what they can do in 1 year, and they underestimate what they can do in 10 or 20 years. Be patient. First, be patient. I met Steve Wynn, and my career changed after almost 20 years. After 18 years of career. And I had good success, it was good in France, was okay. But France is not, we don't do massive business like here. It's good, it's whatever, but it's nothing compared to what's happened here and how Steve changed the course of my career. But it happened after 18 years.
You said it. Be patient.
Be patient.
Yeah.
That's first advice. Second advice, invest in yourself. That's the best way. When you start to do your business and you have a bit of leftover money, invest this not in the car, not in the watch. Invest in yourself. Educate yourself. Okay, it could be invest in you can do class for hair and to become a better hairstylist, but it also be a class to learn how to do better business. It could be something different. Read the book, buy book, read book from any people about business, about whatever, about history, about politics. Get culture. You know what I mean? Yeah. Know how to talk, know how to approach, how to navigate in society with people. That's very important for hairstylists and for anybody as well, even if they are not hairstylists.
Very true.
Your listener, you know what I mean? This is what I will say. Be patient and invest in yourself in the meantime. Me, when I start, I had zero money. And I had to find a way to, the mathematics is 1 + 1 = 2. When you start with zero money,
it's still zero.
But you have to find a way that 1 + 1
to multiply. You got to get it.
You have to multiply. 1 + 1 is not 2. It has to make 10. 10 + 10 has to make 100. This is very important. You need to find a way. So I will tell you something. Kind of some idea. When I opened my salon in Courchevel, my first salons, it was my first salon ever I opened. December 2004, I think, or 5. So I had to no bank with me. I got
No bank, you said?
No.
Okay.
I have no bank. I have no money. I just had one of my vendor product give me $10,000.
Okay.
But I had 4 months to give back.
Got it.
Okay. And I start with 10,000 and couple of money. And my dad say, listen, my kids, I wish to have the money to put like this and get you the most beautiful salon in the world. I can't, but I know what to do with my hands, and we're gonna work together. We get. I signed my salon in September 25, I think 2005, and we start the renovation right away, and we finish in December. We open in December. 3 months straight with my dad, him and me, and my mom making sandwich every day, every night for us. Just the three of us. But when you start, you don't have money. I cannot make any marketing, nothing.
Yeah.
So, okay. I got, at that time, 3 employees and me. We was 4 to work. We had maybe only 10 clients a day.
Between all of you guys.
Between all of us.
Yeah, that's
we
tough.
should make 15 each, and we do
10
for 4 people. But every of my clients, there was 10 of them, 6 p.m.
Always came at 6 p.m.
Always.
Oh, because they got to work all day or whatever.
No,
it is.
but all day we was empty.
Oh, so you get slammed at the end of the day.
We get slammed. What say the people? Oh, I went to the new salon. It was slammed, and it's and you start to, and you find a way. I cannot make any advertising in any magazine. It costs like so much. Yeah. I need to make math talking. But the math talking will not going to work if the clients come at 11 and there is nobody and they have only 4 hairstylists and she have 4 hairstylists around her. Just look at her like that.
Got it.
But when she come and I say, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And because I knew that people know me there before, and I knew they will be patient with me, they will be understanding with me. And, and I knew that I will have 2-3 months where I can use the kindness of my clients, say, to make a buzz. Because at that time, Instagram, no. Facebook, no. Nothing. You know what I mean?
And was that by design? Did you schedule everybody at 6 o'clock? Or was it just happen?
No. I schedule everybody. My employee was, Claude, why you do that to us? Let's go.
Trust me.
Trust me. Yeah. It's going to be good. And what's happened, because everybody goes in the same bars, restaurant, make party every night. Oh, I went to Claude. It was busy like hell. I wait 1 hour to have my hair done. But it's so cool. And everybody was congratulating me. You just open. You are nice. You're deserving. It's packed as soon as but I have only 10 clients. But the noise was
business strategy, though. You think it out of the box. Yeah.
The strategy. Yeah. I have tons of story like that. I have to make tons of story like that.
Yeah.
Tons.
That's cool.
But you have to find a way to. You have to be. You have to be.
That's
I don't know
really
if it's smart, but you have to be.
No, it's smart because you got to figure out how to bring your own buzz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and you said invest in yourself, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
One question I got for you too, especially being in Vegas. What is your favorite restaurant in Vegas? Where do you like to eat? I would love to know.
No, my favorite food is. I love food. Food, any kind of food. I love a particular restaurant, but it's not on the strip.
Okay.
It's Wynn Grill in St.
Wynn Grill, it's very good.
I think we had somebody else mention that too.
Yeah, Wynn Grill.
I was just our last guest.
Literally just mentioned that. Yeah,
I really love that restaurant. Yeah. I love the atmosphere. I love the cuisine there.
Never been there.
And if I would say something here on the strip, I love Zuma.
Oh, Zuma. Okay.
Zuma, I really love.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love Zuma. Yeah.
So Wynn Grill and Zuma, both of those are good. Those both are
but
great
Wynn Grill, I think it's for me it's.
And it's hidden too because it's in the business district. It's in the business district, so you miss it. You don't even know it's there. You know what I mean? But it's great food. I agree with you.
It's great food, and I love the vibe, and it's a little bit out of the strip. And when we are all day, sometimes we want to be. I love it.
Listen to Claude because he's been everywhere. So that's a good recommendation. That's what I wanted to know from you. What else are you focused on for this year? anything that you have on your radar, any goals that you want to accomplish in 2022?
Yeah, so I want to expand and reopen other salons. So I'm working
in Vegas or
in
out
Vegas.
of the,
In Vegas, yeah. I'm working right now on a couple of the location. I cannot say much yet, but maybe it will be for another podcast. For this
we
day.
got to talk about it.
About it
for sure.
So I'm working hardly on that, and I'm just get my first cosmetic product. And just to launch, and we will launch that in spring.
Okay.
I got it since a couple months, but it's I want to launch it in the right proper way, you know. Yeah. And it's a beautiful product. It's a nutrition oil. It's like all type of hair. It's only one product so far. That's working great. We sell it at the salon right now, and it's a great sell and a great product. And that's also something that I'm working on as well. It's very good. I like it.
People pay attention to Claude, man. He's got his hands on it, and everything is timing for sure. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you on, man, to learn from you.
The pleasure for me. I love to talk with you guys.
It's been great.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm having so much pleasure to be here.
No, it's awesome, man. Where can people reach you? Can you mention some of the social handles at all?
Yeah, you can reach me on my social media on my Instagram. I'm much more on Instagram, you know, than on the others. Yeah. So this is where you can. You can get me. Yeah.
Claude is the man. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you on, man. And
all the pleasure is for me.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. And sis, you'll be able to check us out and subscribe with us at Apple Podcasts and iHeart and the whole nine at thevegasserver.com. So appreciate you, man. That was really good,
thank you,
man.
Claude.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was very good.
Thank you.